Hey guys, what's up? This is Mel, and I'm here to talk about the new spin-off series for Arrow and the Flash, and that is Legends of Tomorrow, which premiered on the CW on Wednesday or Thursday, actually, January 21st, 2016. And I gotta say, it was very big, explosive, and it definitely has a new term to high stakes for sure. Yeah, I already watched Arrow, I already watched Flash, but let's get right into it. So, something new that we learned, you definitely, in the very, first 10-15 minutes of the episode, you get a very quick introduction of the basics of who these characters are. And you've met them all before on either the Arrow or the Flash. So you have, the only one you haven't met before is Rip Hunter, the Time Master. Or the former Time Master, I should say. But you learn Ray Palmer, who's originally from Arrow, as well as Sarah Lance. You learn about Dr. Martin Stein and Jefferson Jackson, who formed Firestorm together from the Flash. You get Captain Cold and Heatwave from the Flash, and then you get Hawkgirl and Hawkman, who were originally introduced on the Flash, and yet they crossed over to the Arrow for that special crossover event. You even met Vandal Savage during that crossover event. So it's just Rip Hunter you're actually meeting for the first time in this episode. So I think if I hadn't watched Arrow and the Flash, I wouldn't understand the true background behind these characters that I've already known for a season at least. Because a lot of these characters I've known for at least a year or so before they've come on in the spinoff. So I really thought that watching Arrow and the Flash helped me to further understand what these characters have already gone through. But if I hadn't watched the show before, a very quick introduction to know why Rip Hunter was targeting these specific people in time for his team. I think it did a pretty good job of summarizing just why he wants them and what their importance is and stuff like that. Another thing, we get surprise appearances by Oliver Queen and Laurel Lance from the Arrow, due to their relationships with Ray Palmer and Sarah Lance. So I really like that. I'll talk about that later on for sure. Another thing you learn is Rip Hunter's true vendetta against Vandal Savage, and that's because Vandal Savage killed his wife and his little boy named Jonas. And at the beginning of the episode, it didn't make sense why they would show this little boy going off or meeting Vandal Savage and basically getting killed by him. But at the end, you find out it's because he's Rip Hunter, or because he's the son of Rip Hunter, and that's why he wants his revenge against Vandal Savage. Also, the fact that he destroys the world, pretty much. Oh, another thing, Rip Hunter's from the year 2166. But even 150 years from now, from now, it's not really, or I guess that is 150 years from now. Yeah, no. Basically, it's utter destruction everywhere is what Vandal Savage is going to cause, which I don't really see the point of that, because if you destroy the Earth, then you're pretty much destroying your only living source, if that makes sense. Anyways, another thing we learned is the fact that Rip Hunter actually lied to the team. They aren't legends. There aren't legends. I'll just say that. And that's actually going into my most shocking moment of the episode, is the fact that Rip Hunter lied to these team members about the fact that they aren't legends in the future. They're inconsequential, unnecessary people that didn't affect the timeline. So he picked them so that whatever happened to them, it wouldn't affect the major timeline. So that was surprising, because in the whole promo for the series, the tagline is the fact that you aren't just heroes in this future, you're legends. So yeah, but now it brings up the whole concept of them changing their own destiny, changing the fact that they aren't legends, they aren't known in the future, so now they want to become known and make a name for themselves. So there's that theme running around. So top 3 favorite moments. There's a brief part of the episode where it shows all the different members of the team consulting with their partner on whether or not they should take the this offer from Rip Hunter. So you have obviously Firestorm, the two components, Jax and Professor Stein, talking about it with each other. That's understandable. You have Captain Cold and Heatwave talking together, since they are partners in crime. So you have them talking it out with each other. That's understandable. Hawkgirl and Hawkman, Carter and Carter and Kendra talking out, understandable as well. They're a couple, or they're trying to be a couple in their latest reincarnated states. So that's understandable as well. So that's 6 of them. There's 8 members. So that leaves Ray Palmer and Sarah Lance. I don't believe they ever met on Arrow. So they go to Oliver Queen and Laurel Lance to talk about this new offer from Rip Hunter. So Oliver is actually helping Ray train in his Atom suit. So he even goes to him and confides in him about this offer and why he wants to take it. And then you have Sarah Lance going to her sister and them training back at the Arrow Cave and talking about how she was the Black Canary before, and she was the Canary before, living in the shadows, and now she can become the White Canary to live in the light and fight in the light. So it's great to see those two. It was great to see the way how they brought the Arrow characters directly into the spin-off in this way. I really liked that for sure. Although I was kind of surprised that Ray turned to Oliver, though it does make sense more than when you think about it a bit more. The only peeved moment I had about the episode, or my bad, I'm cutting right to it, sorry. So, backtrack there. Second favorite moment, like I said, Oliver and Laurel making their special appearances into the episode. I really liked that. It was a great way to tie the mothership of the whole franchise into it, and that is Arrow, since it did start it all. Third thing that I liked is the bar fight back in the 1975, which Sarah started, and she got her backup from Captain Cold and Heatwave, and I really like that. For some strange reason, I really like the dynamic between those three. It's just very odd, but I like it, and I want to see more of that happening for sure. So, back to the peeved moment. I was just going to jump right ahead to it. I'm kind of tired. But the fact that it was kind of fast-paced. I mean, I liked it when I definitely got into the action scenes and the fight scenes and stuff. That I really liked that. And I understand with the premiere episode, it's meant to jump right in and to grab your attention and stuff like that. But I think if I was just a brand new fan, it might have been a little too fast-paced or something in the beginning. I don't know if that's just me, or I can't really say, since I've already watched Arrow and the Flash and I'm already used to those two distinct ways the show does it. So, I don't know. Other than that, I didn't really have an issue with it, except any time-traveling confusions, but that's to be expected, so I won't count that. What will I remember most about this episode when I look back? It's definitely the premiere, so that in itself is going to be pretty memorable. But random questions now. They're basically kind of really logical type things, but the first question is, how are they able to travel in time without affecting their own timelines? I mean, they're meant to travel in time and to stop Vandal Savage from causing destruction or making that play in history, but aren't they worried about somehow indirectly affecting their own history somehow? Like the butterfly effect. You change one little thing that you may not know affected you, but it actually did, and it might transform your whole timeline, your own history itself. So aren't they worried about stuff like that, or is that just not an issue at all? I kind of don't know. But next question. It's kind of confusing though, but they never explained it. But they did bring it up. In the crossover event between Flash and Arrow in episode 208 and 408 respectively, they dealt with Vandal Savage. In the end of 408 on Arrow, they actually defeated Vandal Savage. They turned him into a pile of dust. So it makes sense why Carter and Kendra would be surprised at the fact that Vandal Savage is still wreaking havoc in 2166. So my question is, how is he still alive to do that? I thought the whole Ash thing meant that he could still, he's done, he's not an issue anymore. So they have to bring that up somehow. But yeah, I think Malcolm Merlyn had to deal with it, but had a part to play, but who knows. Hopefully they bring about it soon, because they did bring up the flashbacks from episode 408 of Arrow, when they were dealing with the whole origin story of Vandal Savage, the priestess, and the prince and stuff like that. So they should bring that past episode up again to at least explain why Vandal Savage is still alive in the future. So predictions. It cut out, before the episode 2 promo, but it's going to be part 2 of the pilot, so there's that. So we're going to see more things happening. They're definitely stuck in limbo at the moment as their ship repairs, so let's see what happens after that. Overall prediction of Vandal Savage has to catch up to them at some point in the past. Don't know when, or if they do catch up with him at different points in the past, and they keep doing that, do you think he'll ever remember, depending on when, like if they stopped him or they encountered him in 1975 and they happen to catch him in the 1990, do you think Vandal Savage will remember the 1975 encounter? I don't know. But yeah, just remember, they're actually going to Norway, or they're set the course to Norway when they're in limbo, so there's that. Another prediction is that maybe the Kronos, that bounty hunter from the Time Council, is going to catch up to Rick Hunter at some point. I thought that Kronos guy was a member of Vandal Savage's crew. But yeah, that was weird. I actually thought it was Vandal Savage's guy, which made it even more confusing as to how did he know that he was back in 2016 and stuff like that. But it's actually after Rip Hunter for the Time Council, because he's not a Time Master anymore. So there's that. So that's about it. It's pretty much quick introduction. I'm on a time crunch right now. Sorry. But what did you guys think of the episode? Did you like the spin-off version? Are you excited to see what happens to these characters? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. Also, whether you think because of the spin-off, does that mean we're not going to see any of these characters back on their original show that we met them on? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. Also, check out my other videos. This is the first for Legends of Tomorrow, but I do Arrow and Flash as well, so check those out if you haven't already. Also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And to spread this video around to other fans of Legends, to bring the viewership up for sure. Not just for this video, but for the show itself. Let's see what this season has in store for us, for sure. And also, I do post stuff for Legends on my Tumblr page, so a link for that will be down below. Pretty much anything I come across, I reblog it there, so easy access for you there. And that is pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate it. Sorry for the rushed quality of this video. I have to be somewhere in a moment. I wanted to get this recorded while everything was still fresh in my head. So hope you tune in next week for Legends of Tomorrow part 2 of the pilot, and I'll see you then. So this is Mel. Wish you all a great day, great week wherever you are. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. Bye.